All right, so math 4, we have made it to our statistics. So statistics, probability, and all that stuff is happening here. So with that, we're going back to some old stuff that you guys know already. So it's not anything hopefully brand new. Maybe one thing maybe brand new, but some of the stuff you've seen in math, 8th grade math, and might have seen something a little bit after that. But these are things that, again, that's not brand new, but we're going to go and take a look at them. We're going to tackle them. So we're going to look at graphs and tables here. So our first thing we're going to focus on is stem and leaf plot. Now, the stem and leaf plot, there's words at the very top of your page that you're going to fill in as definitions. Mine are further down on the side here, but when we get there, I'll tell you what to do. But first and foremost, I'm going to give you the directions, which is create a stem and leaf plot, and I give you values or numbers here, data points. And with that, you already have your table. I gave that to you already, drew that out. And we have stem on the left side, leaf on the right. And our definitions that you're going to write at the top of your paper, the top of it, tippy top. We're going to say stem is normally the first digit. So for each one of these numbers we have up here, we're looking at the first digit of each one of those numbers. And like we said in red right here, the numbers must be in numerical order. So make sure you write that down, because I don't want y'all writing in random numbers and then be like, Mr. Hub, why did I get that wrong? Because you didn't put things in numerical order like it says right here in red. Now, all right, and then the other one is your leaf. And that's going to be whatever's left over. So we're like, okay, that shouldn't be hard. No, it's not. It really is not hard. Just make sure you keep track of your numbers and you're good. So we're going to start with this. I'm going to put a line underneath the first digit, what I'm talking about. So, and it didn't do that. Okay, let's go. So the 3 there, the 1, the 2, the 1, so on and so forth, all of these. These are your first digit. So that's the part that's going to be your stem. Now I did add a 3-digit number down here purposely so you can see what's happening. So with our 3-digit number, it's going to be the first 2 numbers right there. That's going to be 10. So do not put that underneath 1. That is understood to be a 10. So we're going to put down that's 10. Now here we don't skip numbers. So for example, if we had, let's say another number here, which was 5. With that, there's no number in front of 5. So that's understood to be a 0 right there. So in our table, we would put 0 right here to start. And if that 5 was there, we would put 5 on this side. But we're not going to do 5 because that's not originally part of the numbers. But if it is a single digit, that means there'll be 0 and then that number. All right, so then the next thing is we go to 1. If it writes 1, there we go. All right, so all the ones we have 16, another 16, another 16, we have another 14, and then that's it. That's all the ones. So we need to put those in numerical order. Like you said down here, it needs to be in numerical order for the leaf. So we have 6, 6, 6, 4. All right, so we're going to put the 4 first because that's the first number in that. And then we're going to do a 6 and then 3 6s. And with that part, you can put commas between them if you want to, or if you just want to go ahead and just keep them like this, that's fine. On the notes, I can't remember what I did. I think I put commas between them. But if you put commas there, that's fine. If you don't put commas there, that's fine too. Whichever one you want to do. I'll take that. All right, then we go to the second one, which is 2. I'll change my colors here. So we have 23, we have 24, 24, and that's it. So we put those in numerical order. So 3, 4, 4. All right, and we're going to keep doing that until we get down to the end, so we get to the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put lines through the ones that we've used so we don't have to look back at those anymore. So you can do that too. So that way it's a little bit easier to focus on. You can see what's happening. So next number is 3, 33, 33, 35, 34. All right, and that's only threes. So we have 3, 3, 5, and 4. So we have 2 3s. And again, make sure they're in numerical order. In order, in order. All right, then we go to 4. See if there's a 4 in there, which there is. We have 42 there, and that's it. So just the 2. Mr. Hard, like, this is not hard. No, it's not. Like I told y'all, it wasn't gonna be hard. I always act like I'm gonna do something hard to y'all. Make this thing hard for you. All right, then we have the 5s there, and I think I might be changing that number, that color, because that's a little interesting. What color do we use? Let's use black. So got that color, that one there. So 2 50s. So we have 5 there. So do 55 and 56 in numerical order. All right, then our last number is 105. So with that, I'm going to require you to do this. And so hopefully you guys are watching the notes. You're watching this and not just like you're listening to it and not just watching it. But we're going to put every single number down between 5 and 10. But we're going to leave them blank because there's no numbers representing there, right? Right. So we're going to do 6, we're going to do 7, 8, 9, and then we get to 10, and that's when we have a number. And from 10, we know it's a 5 right there. So we're going to put a 5 next to 10. All right, and so that's our table here for our stem and leaf plot. Not hard. And again, don't put a 0 in here because if you put zeros, that means that's 60, 70, 80, 90. So we leave it blank. So do not add any numbers in that part that the numbers do not show on the actual part at the top, the data list of data. So if there's no numbers up there, leave it blank. But then the last thing we have to do is make sure we show a key. So we need to understand, whenever we look at this, we need to know, because 9 times out of 10, they might not give you the actual numbers at the very top. They might just give you a stem and leaf plot, and they want you to find answers from that stem and leaf plot, analyze what's on that table. And so they're going to say, okay, hey, this is the numbers here, but you don't know if you look at the numbers, automatically you don't know if that means like 1 and 4 is 14, 1 and 4 is 104. We don't know if that is 10 and 5 is 1005. We don't know. We don't know what number it is unless we have a key. So we need to make sure every time we write a key. So we're going to write the word key there. We're going to draw a line down the middle here. And we're going to choose just 2 numbers that are on here. So I'm going to choose, just because it's the first ones, I'm going to choose 1 and 4. So we put 1 on the left side, 4 on the right side. And we're going to tell it what that number is, what it equals, what it means. That means 14. So whenever we look at this table, we know that is 2-digit numbers, 14, 16, 16, 16. That is not 104. That's not 1004. That key must be there. It must be there. If it's not there, you lose points off of it because we don't know what this table is doing. All right, so that is stem and leaf plot, guys. Quick and easy.